Hi, my beautiful goddesses. Welcome to my channel. So, this is going to be a reading intended for whoever needs it at this time, because I feel that there's a major transformation that is going on, and you could feel very much like uncertain of what's going on. As that's, very much what I'm feeling at this time. And I felt very guided to pulling the Goddess Guidance Oracle and to get some messages. And I already pulled some cards and I felt they were very powerful. And I was told that I should be recording this because it's definitely meant for somebody else to find at this time. So, if you found this reading at this time, you're definitely connecting with me. So I wanted to tell you why you're feeling so different right now is this major transformation that you're going through. You're really being like cleansed, detoxed, kind of purified, and you get kind of vulnerable when that happens. So it's like you could be releasing a lot of emotions and feelings at this time. And a lot of times releasing all those emotions, crying and feeling them and things like that make you kind of feel weak. That's why a lot of like masculines struggle with their feminine side and releasing those emotions, because they feel as though they're weak, but they're really, creating a lot of imbalances. And this really happens very much around the full moon. The full moons are supposed to cleanse those emotions that come up. You're meant to feel them and release them instead of, just bottling them up, right? Because then they can turn into anger and create other blockages within your chakras. But, so anyway, I'm getting that this is somebody that's very much been feeling their emotions and feelings. You could be noticing, that, that you've been releasing these emotions, but also you could be noticing that things are being more triggering to you at this time. Maybe the way that people treat you or the things that they say. Some people could be coming off telling you, you're like over emotional right now. Why are you taking everything so critical or whatever? Well, that's because the really important card that stood out for me was this white tarot card, right? And it says you are becoming increasingly sensitive, and they want you to avoid harsh relationships, environments, situations, chemicals. You could already be kind of feeling this way. You could be noticing that, you're starting to change what you're allowing yourself to like put in your body, or for food and things like that. Like you might intuitively be feeling like, I don't really feel very good when I eat all that processed foods and stuff. Like I just want to have some fresh, like fruits and vegetables and things like that, or whatever it may be. But and it could be chemicals. You're noticing, that your body's not, you're just starting to really notice these things because you're really starting to open up and you're going through a major ascension. So you could be noticing too, like, gosh, I don't feel very good when I listen to that style music or watch that show. Like it's too graphic for me or whatever. So that's what I mean. Like people are noticing this change in you, right? And that's why I feel that it has you kind of questioning yourself. Like, why am I going through? Well, my dear, is because you're going through a major transformation. You are definitely going through a purification process. So these things are really standing out for you to be able to see them, for you to be able to change them, right? So it's a major time of detoxifying your mind, body. You could literally be in this energy too, where you're finding that things that you used to enjoy, you're no longer doing them. If it was like, say, you like to drink or do those things, like you could be eliminating those things. You could also, I'm hearing, want to be starting like better regimens, exercising or meditating, yoga, things like that. Maybe you're finding you're more at peace when you can quiet your mind. So maybe you're spending some time just, turning off all the electronics, opening the windows, just enjoying that kind of peacefulness. But it really is bringing peace to your inner world here. So this is confirmation too with this card that there's no need to worry. Everything is working out very beautiful. They want you to know to be very easy, very gentle with yourself. You see all these gentle cards that came out in this reading. There's no need to hurry or force things to happen. Everything is occurring in perfect timing. I'm getting this energy too, is they all this water energy, they really want you to be in this energy of healing, of finding inner peace and purification, because it's really getting a lot of the toxicities out of your chakras, and it's really causing you to get into an alignment, because you have a very big like like there's major changes on the horizon that are coming, and it's like this is your time to rest, kind of clear out everything, so that way you don't carry forward a lot of this chaotic energy. It's kind of like, say that you're in relationships and situations, because they're asking you to, be very careful with relationships. Or some of you could be distancing yourself, creating those boundaries, like ending relationships, literally, like letting go of people that are keeping you in this chaotic energy, because you're on this path of purification and cleansing, and you want to be in peace. So when you are in that energy, you can immediately see who's triggering you, who's making you feel not at peace, right? So there's this energy of you're starting to be aware of that, but then it's like you have to heal from it, because if you're stuck in these chaotic situations and you go from one relationship like to the next relationship, right? And this could be in love and friendship, whatever it may be, like you don't want to carry over that type of energy and the connections that you have. It's like say you were in an abusive, toxic relationship and you get out of that, and then a beautiful new relationship comes in because you get into this healing energy, but you haven't fully healed, and so you start to see that relationship as being toxic and things like that, because it's not even that it is. You have the fears of it, so you're kind of, maybe you're creating it, because you create your reality with your thoughts and your actions, but maybe you're seeing things not really as they are. So do you see what I mean? It's like you need this calm down time. You need to be in this energy where you can heal, find this peace, the sensitivity. Yeah, look, now they're showing me the Sage card, where it's quiet time. They want you to take some quiet time alone to rest, meditate, and contemplate. This is what's going to calm you down. It's really going to just rejuvenate you. It's going to reset your system, right? So a big sign of this too is like you might have gotten to where you went to like an optimal high, like you were so chaotic, maybe you got to where you were just processing too much stuff at once, like you could have been losing your patience. Like that's what I'm getting, like, because I'm relating it to what happened to me. Is I had so much chaos, and so it was so chaotic, like I felt like I was like gonna just like blow up, like I couldn't handle it anymore. I couldn't get to this place of quiet. It was like just it hit to like extremes. It was very, very heavy spiritual like attack and warfare. But I'm getting like reinforcements have been coming in to help you get into this energy, and you just have to allow and kind of get into it. Yeah, I've been trying to like learn all of these terms in this beautiful deck. I got this card, I didn't know how to say it. It's very beautiful. It's about so much prosperity. The universe is pouring its abundance out to you. Be open to receiving. See, and you can't receive abundance when you're in this chaotic state. And for a lot of you, these spiritual attacks have literally been to block you from this abundance. Abuntia. I can't even say it. I'm just going to hold it up. I'm slurring on the terms. But you have to be in this beautiful energy of receiving to be able to receive these gifts, and that's why like you're getting ready to come into a very, very prosperous time. I mean, you might already be in this prosperous energy, but this is like the universe like working with you, right? And I'm getting this energy too. They want you to be quiet. When you start to receive all these blessings and this abundance and all this stuff coming for you, like keep it quiet, right? Because not everybody is happy for you. Some of these relationships and these situations are clearing out, right? So they want you to be very like, keep this to yourself. Because, have you ever like been very excited about something and you want to go share it with somebody, right? And you go share it with them, but they're not as happy for you as you had thought, and you feel it bring you down. It's like they stole, like, and that's what it is. And unfortunately, envy and all of that stuff, if somebody's not very, very high vibrational as you are, they get into that energy, right? And especially if you've had false people, or people that have been controlled by the devil, right? Because anybody's subject to that devil energy when you're in a low vibrational state, right? So even your friends or family that may be very high vibrational, if they're having a bad day, or you come in, you know what I mean? Like, so I'm just saying, like, just keep your abundance and all of that quiet, right? You're going to see why. you're going to be getting aligned with where you're supposed to be, and you don't want anybody, and it's just going to create more challenges and obstacles if you don't, right? And they're showing me true love. See, I'm getting that this is like one of the blessings and abundance that you have in for you, but it's like they want you to be very, very open, okay, to this. The romantic stirrings in your heart have propelled the universe to deliver great love to you. Isn't that beautiful? See, and that's what I mean, like, even if you're in a situation that, you know, is trying to tear you down and all of this stuff, you still need to find inner peace from within, and you need to know that all is well. You need to just focus on you, maybe create boundaries and distance and things like that, but don't have that resentment, or don't be angry. Don't feed into that energy that they're putting you in. Don't think about how they're treating you, how it's unfair, all of this. Like, you need to know, literally, like, the universe is going to give you exactly what you want. And I'm getting, you're exactly where you're supposed to be. We have the Vesta card come out too. Your household situation is improving either through a move, a healthy change, or a healthy change in its occupants. Oh my. You see what I mean? Like, literally the universe, it works with you. Like, you often think that you have to make these major changes to eliminate people, right? Like, say you're like, well, I'm in a bad relationship, it's very toxic. Like, yes, definitely, like, you know, if you can get yourself out of that situation and you're empowered enough and you're safe enough and you feel as though you can do that, then do it. But say, because, you know, just because you're in a situation, you know, and I was getting this scenario in another reading where it was like somebody felt very broken down because, you know, they gave everything to get into a relationship. And we often do that in marriage, right? Because, you know, you combine everything. And unfortunately, like men, that masculine energy, they like to be the provider. They like to be, you know, the one supporting the family. So a lot of times, you know, they'll, in those relationships, right, you know, the women will sacrifice, you know, maybe their job to take care of the home front. They'll, you know, if you have to let go of cars, merge cars, things like that, a lot of times, you know, things get, bills and all of that get put in the mail's name, you know, and all of that. So a lot of times, like, women, when they realize, oh my gosh, like, now, like, I you know, I'm living in a home that my name's not on, or, you know, the vehicle's not in my name. I'm at home taking care of everything. I'm relying on them for finances. Like, I have no power or control whatsoever of, like, my resources, of what I need. Now, this isn't everybody's situation. This is just somebody's, right? But I'm just saying, like, that's what I mean, is it can be very daunting and very, like, and really break somebody down. But you need to know that it's really, like, even though you may be in a situation like that, and I feel like I'm talking to somebody that is, right? Or either way, you need to know that you need to focus on you, and creating those boundaries for yourself and reclaiming your power and your energy, and stop giving your power away, right? By doing that, you're reclaiming your power, you're healing yourself. You're allowing the universe to work with you. But see, it's the way the universe works is it attracts like situations. So if you're in a very chaotic and angry state, and you want out of that, and you're asking the universe, or even demanding, because you can, for resources, things like that, like, it's going to give you exactly the vibration that you're at. So you see what I mean? Like, like, if you could get somewhere where you could go through this healing, that's where a lot of people will do, if they've got family or friends they can reach out to and get out of these situations and heal. But there is a way to do it internally. I'm getting for somebody that just feels very trapped. Like, you can do this internally. The universe is there to co-create with you. And you need to know that you attract things when they're at a vibrational match. So it's like, if you can vibrate out of this energy of chaos and conflict, and stop giving your power away to the fighting, to the bad relationships, if you can stop watching, you know, this chaotic stuff that's keeping you in that state, and you start to find this internal bliss, the universe is actually going to, you're going to be out of a vibrational match that it's going to vibrate out. Like, this situation could be literally removed and new things brought in, because you're actually telling the universe what it is you know what I mean? Like, things can only stay out of vibration for so long. And often when that chaos and all of that, it's like there's a major shift getting ready to happen. So that's what I mean. That's why it's very, very important. Whatever is, like, starting to be very, very chaotic for you, it's almost like it knows it's being vibrated out. You know, that's what I mean. It's like, like if you detach from somebody and you really start spending time alone, they either do one of two things. They either see the difference, the separation, and they really try like, wow, I need to repair this. Somebody's being very distant with me. I need to reach out. I need to spend time. I need to, and try to fix it. And then you do have a way to get back on that matching vibration, right? Or they try to create a bunch of chaos and conflict because they're like, oh, they're moving on. It depends on whatever energy that they're embodying more, right? Light or darkness. And if they're embodying more of that darkness, they're going to be throwing more chaos and conflict your way. So it's really, really important for you to find that internal peace at this time. And you know that it's like just by doing that, literally, if you can do that and you open up to receive, the universe sees that there is like an imbalance going on there. So they're like, whoa, it kind of grabs the attention, just like how attention gets gravitated towards, like drama and conflict. So it's like you kind of get like the universe's attention, right? And it's like, whoa, what is this imbalance, right? Something needs to be done here. So if you can remain peace and start purifying and cleansing and all of that, you're going to have prosperity and abundance and like a new energy come in for you. And light trumps the dark, and it's going to push this darkness right out the way. So literally that's where you can have things literally come in and removed. And I talked about this in another reading I did yesterday, that sometimes, universe knows how to work with matching energy. Sometimes they will send in like devils and demons and things like that to lure away certain people. So, and it's like, it can also be tests. Like I'll say some relationships get tested by the devil. Sometimes they'll send in temptresses and stuff. And sometimes that'll cause people to step out on marriages, to cheat, to do whatever. But you know what? It tested them. It came in because there was a major like divide, split of energy, and there was that dark energy. So they attract a devilish energy, and because they chose to stay in that darkness, they fail the test, and then sometimes that will literally move them away. But what you don't understand is then if you get in this energy of you're in anger and mad, and I get it, it hurts, I've been cheated on, I get it, right? And like it hurts and all of that, and you're so mad, but you need to look at it as, you're going to get it. You're going to get something way better. You're going to get what you deserve. They're going to get what they deserve. Same thing that happened like to them, or that same thing they did to you is going to happen to them, but multiplied. But you need to know that they were removed from you. So the faster that you can heal from that and get to this energy of like, oh my gosh, like the universe pulled that away. Like I know that they sent somebody in to pull them away, but you know what? That's a divine intervention. For some of you, like that's happening, right? And I'm not saying just because I'm using that as a scenario getting cheated on, that's going to happen. It's a scenario. Like I said, for others, it could be an addiction, or it could be some sort of imbalance, some sort of toxicity. Really, the devil energy can be just like third party. Like I hate it when you hear like, oh, third party situation. You immediately think your partner's cheated. There's third party. The third party could be anything. It could be an overindulgence in Netflix and the phone, social media, to, it could be, like somebody, it's something that it's too much of it that it creates an obsession. It creates distance. It creates a problem. Like for some of you, it could be a toxic family member, right? Sometimes a third party can literally be a mother, and just think this whole time you may have been like so angry thinking your lover was cheating and putting a third party in the way, but they're really just putting their mother over you and things like that. And that's what I mean. It's just, so they want you to have compassion. I just flipped to compassion, and that is how you get there. You realize that person was struggling with some sort of toxicity because they had imbalances within their chakra system, which we get imbalances sometimes from childhood woundings, and we never fully know how to operate certain chakras and things like that. But see, you're leveling up, and that's why some of these relationships, they literally come in to help you level up. It often, especially if you have any type of woundings, you often have to learn what love is not to learn what it is. And these lessons are really teaching you to love yourself and heal yourself. And then that's when you do it. What I'm getting is somebody is just, this is why you are feeling overly emotional and sensitive, because you don't realize how open your heart chakra is. You don't realize how you are on this beautiful vibration of love, and you're attracting true love at its highest form in all connections. So that's why anything that is not of this matching vibration is being vibrated out. And I know that it can look like sometimes people are removed from you sometimes like divine intervention, sometimes you're like, what did I even do? Like, how did that even happen? Other times it's you walking away, you creating this. So don't hold back any resentment. Whatever you need to know. You're very in tune to your emotions, your feelings. You're definitely being guided by the divine, because we do have a lot of divine guidance here. I'm calling in the goddesses, of course, right? So this is definitely a very beautiful feminine energy that has gotten up to goddess energy. You definitely have. And that's why I felt to guide this deck, because you're just really reclaiming your power. Look at this. Assault, undying love. The love you have shared is eternal regardless of the situation. Wow, this is so powerful. This is somebody where it's literally like you're giving love to your enemies. You're literally giving love to even these people that have hurt you. You're still sending them love. And that is so beautiful. Oh my. When you can do that, when you can learn that even all the people that have hurt you still deserve love. And even though, it's like you're wishing them love from afar. And that's what I mean. Like sometimes you may go share that with somebody like you know that you don't want to talk bad about others. It's one of these situations I'm getting, like, say, I'm going to use the cheat thing again, but that does not mean that this happened for you. I'm just saying. So here's one situation. So somebody found out their lover was cheating on them, okay? And they decided, well, for my self-love and self-worth, I'm going to forgive them, but I deserve better. I'm going to let this go, right? Then you separate or whatever, and then you go tell your family and your friends, like you got out of the situation, and that people get, mad when people hurt their loved ones. So like, well, how could they, I can't believe they could cheat on you. You were so devoted. You did everything for them, and you're so beautiful and all of this. Like, oh, I hope they end up. And you say, no. Like, I understand, maybe, we had a falling out, we had a disconnect, whatever, but I'm wishing them love and light, and I hope they that they can heal and find, the lover they desire. People be like, what? Are you fucking, like, sorry, I didn't mean to cuss. Are you crazy? Like, you're wishing them love and light when they cheated on you. Like, people just don't understand. And then, if any of them have ever been cheated on or in pain, which a lot of people have, right? Then they're like, oh my gosh, look at her. Like, does she, like, think that, you know what I mean? Then they start throwing stuff your way, and they might not be telling you. They could be just thinking this. Like, oh my gosh, like, who does she think she is? Like, people they're envious of your loving heart, that you were able to wish them love even when they hurt you, because people don't understand how you were able to rebound from this, how you were able to be so quickly and all of that, because they're not holding this undying love. They didn't get to this vibration of love that you did, my dear. So it's one of those, like, that you understand things on such a higher conscious level. You understand that the reason why they hurt you is because, in fact, they had wounding. Sometimes, too, people will go cheat and things like that because they get so committed to love that they fall in love so much, and then they're so afraid of being hurt, and they don't think they're good enough. So they will go do something to sabotage the relationship before you leave them, because they felt the disconnect or whatever, but it was really their own fears and projecting on you. So they actually just went and cheated and did something and betrayed you because they, in fact, were so scared of the love they had for you. See, and if you look at it from that perspective, you're like, wow, they really sabotage it because they love me so much, but they're so broken, they don't know how to love me. But it's one of those things, like, they may never get to the vibration where they feel worthy enough. So then they could end up doing it again and again and again. That's why I say that toxic relationships, like, yes, you can be together if you both heal that karmic wound, that trauma, and you heal and you grow and you ascend together. You can. But if one still stays wounded, they're going to keep hurting the other, and you're going to be out of alignment. You're constantly going to have this chaos and this disconnect. And when you have this disconnect and you're at different vibrational frequencies, you're going to constantly be, subjecting yourself to the devil. And you have to be very, very careful, because if you are having intimate connections with this lover and they're playing in devil energy, and, and it doesn't always have to be sleeping with someone to pull in that energy. Then they're giving it from you. And then you're in this beautiful, loving energy, and they're in this low, toxic, vibrational energy. And then you're sleeping together, and they're pulling all of, like, your beautiful love and light energy out of you, because energy is a sacred energy exchange, and it's got to be a match. And that's why when you two are in love, you're constantly giving each other that love. And you'll often know it, like, when you have your intimate, got my children sleeping over there, so I'm going to give it a little, but it's like when you have that connection together at the same time, and you're releasing the beautiful energy together. We're going to say it that way. That's when like, it's a beautiful, equal exchange. you know, when it's one-sided, things like that. Somebody's getting too much of the energy and the other's not. And it's creating that pull of vibrational energy, and you're either taking from each other and all of that. And very much there can be a transfer of dark energies, karma, all of that. So that's why, you know, like, even... Yeah, you got to be very careful. And for some of you, literally, like, that could be the big disconnect too. It's like, if you pull that back, often, you know, like, that will cause somebody to go, you know, stray away, get it elsewhere, whatever. Like, you should never feel as though you have to give yourself a sexual pleasure to another in fear that they're going to leave you, because you know what? That's called reclaiming your power. And if you reclaim your power and you're like, you know what? I'm going to reclaim my power. We need to work on this connection. We need to get back in a vibrational match before we're intimate. Somebody that truly loves you and is concerned, doesn't want to lose you, will respect that, will work with you, will want to fix the disconnect, get back, or they'll start, you know, you'll talk, you'll figure things out. They won't get mad and go the other way and then go do something. And that's the way to kind of test your lover too, because if you pull back whatever and then they're not even trying to fix things with you, then it shows you they're trying to get it elsewhere. That it was really just them running off those lower chakras, that it was really them just running off of sex and lust and not off of love. See what I mean? So for a lot of you, you don't even know the power that you recall. And you need to look at it as like, you know what? If I reclaim my power and all of that, because, you know, I don't want to take on all that depression, because you'll know often if you sleep with them or your lover that you feel a disconnect with, then the next day you're extremely drained and tired and depressed, and you just that's a sign that they just drained you of your energy. And then you know what? They're running about all happy as can be because they got your energy. Like, they're not like doing it knowing. Some do, right? So anyway, like, and literally for some of you, you've just been like a power source, like okay, I don't want to get into this, but yeah, like for some of you, literally, like, I like to say it this way instead. Some people, like, they don't even realize they're doing it, and they feel so much love for you, but they love the love that you give them. So if you're dealing with like a narcissist, they love the love that you give them. So yes, they're in love with you because you're giving them love and sex and all of that, but they love themselves more. And that's why narcissists will lie, steal, cheat, and all of that, because they only care about themselves. So they don't once think about your emotions, if it's going to hurt your feelings, if it's going to do that. And yeah, they love it. But you know what? They're also the ones where when somebody else comes in that could be hotter or offer them more, they will drop you like a bag of hot potatoes, right? And go to them, because they're not running off of the heart, so they can't get hurt. They're running off the lower sexual energies. That's why a lot of times these intense energies where there's a lot of passion, yeah, it could be because your connections are really good, or because you're a freaking goddess and the energy and the love that you give them through sex is like nothing other. So there's that, but they really don't love you with their heart chakra because they're blocked off. So really, it's like you've just been this power source giving them like amazing love. Like when you've slept with a goddess, you will never forget that. And unfortunately, there's a lot of, feminines that, are very broken. And that's why they could sleep with others, but they will never have somebody like with what you have. Oh my gosh. Okay. So anyway, to me, this is very much goddess that's realizing that, just being very careful, just claiming energy back. So yeah, if you claim your power and you stop doing that sacred energy exchange and trying to fix the connection, and they go elsewhere, they're going to get tempted by the devil and temptresses and all of that. And if they remove them and take them away, my dear, that was divine intervention. But you have to heal from that, and you have to know that you are very much bringing in this true love, right? You can literally bring this true love even in this situation, just by reclaiming your power. I just want to let you guys know. All right, so I'm going to call this reading sending you all love and light. Definitely, this is so beautiful, so don't let anybody mess with this beautiful energy that you feel, this sensitivity, and that's just a sign. Whatever's triggering you, anybody that is making fun of your sensitivity or doing things to make you feel a certain way, because you're very much flowing of love, right? So anything, when you're in this beautiful watery energy of love, and then something happens that makes you like stop, you feel something in your stomach, you feel it in your heart, your mind is like, what did they just, distance yourself from it. Create a boundary. Go outside. Go for a walk. Get involved in a habit, in a hobby. Listen to some music, right? Any of those things, like just start doing things for you. Focus on you. Remember, never go looking for love. Looking for love, you look for lessons, you look for these things, because the true goddess has all this love from within. She's going to attract many suitors. All right, and then you get to take your picks. So love and light to all of you beautiful goddesses. Love you. Bye.